Begin afresh every morning with brushstrokes of God's love. Devotional thoughts for women.
Good morning, dear friends. Today, April 28th, our devotion is entitled Praise for the Virtuous Wife. Her whole family wears warm clothing. Our scripture reading is from Proverbs 31, verses 10, 21, and 22. Feeling extremely cold is devastating. Those who have felt it know that it's a dreadful experience. However, feeling cold in your soul is simply deadly. She was approximately 13 years old and was sitting next to her mother, facing me with slumped shoulders and a sad face. With a slightly quivering chin, she told me her deepest sorrow. My mother does not love me. I asked her permission to hold her hands, and she accepted my request almost as if begging me to. I understood that young lady needed her mother's warmth and shelter. At that moment, I was merely a temporary and incomplete substitute. The street atmosphere is cold. Indifference to human suffering can almost be touched with your fingers. We all go about not knowing where we are going, looking for who knows what. It's the sad state of our world, but it does not need to be that way in our homes, because God has clothed us with His robe of righteousness and mercy, keeping us from dying with a frozen heart. We should dress our family with double layers, not only to protect them from the winter, but also to protect the heart of the members. A mother's warmth will never be replaced by anything else in the world. Empathy, mercy, kindness, understanding, cuddles, and praise are the garments we should use to cover the emotional cold. Living in an environment that lacks human warmth will have short and long-term consequences. Resentful and selfish personalities with a spirit of vengeance and bitterness will be the unhealthy ways of satisfying rejection experienced in the early years of life. On the other hand, it's common to see happy and productive young people in their homes despite having just a few material belongings, but loving and generous mothers who create an environment of trust, well-being, and safety. Creating home warmth is your task for today, not only in your family, but also anywhere else you may be. To do so, you need to allow yourself to be clothed with God's grace. Who can find a virtuous wife? She is not afraid to sew for her household, for all her household is clothed with scarlet. She makes tapestry for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Proverbs 31, verses 10, 21, and 22.